We are in the Sankalp series for BFM and we are covering important objectives, numericals as well as theory questions. If you check my yesterday's class, yesterday we had covered an important case study where everyone kindly follow yesterday's class. Important case study we had covered over here. Okay, so kindly follow it at the same time. Every day we are covering something important over here. Something always. You'll always get something new over here. Okay, so that's why today what are we doing? We are doing external commercial borrowing, chapter 6. This week we have completely dedicated to chapter number 6. Next week we'll be doing it on chapter number 7. Okay, so remember this Sankalpa series is not only for BFM, it is for ABM also, various. I take for ABM also, plus there are other mentors who take for ABFM, plus for BRBL, plus for elective. So that's why I would always suggest first everyone subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. First do that. Whatever is available free, first grab it, dear, isn't it? Chalo, let's move on. Today we'll be covering the objective questions. Okay, what are the objective questions? Let's see. I'll explain you. See here, I'll give you the explanation also, not only the answers. Answers is hardly any of any importance. Importance is explanation. Do you understand it or not? The credit arranged by the buyer, importer from a bank, financial institution outside India to settle the payment of imports is called as. So, settle the payment of imports here. Credit arranged by the buyer. Look at this. Buyer, importer from a bank outside India. What do you mean by this? This needs explanation over here. What do you mean by this? Here. Okay, let me bring in a fresh slide over here. Then you will understand it better. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See this. Suppose let's say I myself, let's say I am the importer in India. I am from India over here. India. Okay. This is India. And this is me. Or let me call it Mr. X, right? Mr. X or Mr. not Mr. Mr. or Mrs. X. Both. Okay. See here, we can't be gender biased in today's age because anyone, we have so many women entrepreneurs. PepsiCo, Indra Nui, who is she? Lady, head of Pepsi, right? So many leaders in India are females, right? So you shouldn't be gender biased, Mr. Nothing, Mr. or Mrs. anything. Now let's say Mr. or Mrs. X is a buyer in India, buyer. Always remember this buyer, this concept, whatever is given over here, buyer or importer, we are only talking of imports over here. Okay, we are not talking of exports. Okay, so now this buyer is in India. Now there is a seller. Let's say Mr. or Mrs. Y. Again, Mr. or Mrs. Y. Seller in USA. USA. Okay. Now this seller wants to sell it to Mr. X, Mr. Mrs. X. Okay. We'll just call it Y and X. Okay. So Y wants to sell it to X. So what will happen now? Y wants to sell it to X. So what will Y do? Y will send the goods, right? Goods to X. So what should X do? X will send the money to this Y, right? Money, we'll keep it very simple. We'll keep it dollars, okay? Dollars. So X will send dollars, Y will send goods. But now there's a problem. What is the problem? See this. Who will send first? Suppose if Y sends the goods first, look at this, and X does not send the money, does not send. Y sends the goods first and X does not send the money. In that case, what happens? Anything can happen, isn't it? Second case. Okay, I'll give you one more case. Now that case is not considered in our case right now in this question. Second case is, suppose if X sends the dollar first and Y does not send the goods, then what? These all possibilities we need to take care of in international trade. Always see this. That's why international trade is tougher. Okay. So now we'll consider only this case that Y is sending the goods and X not sending the money. Okay. Now this is a problem. Generally in every trade, 90% goods are sent first and money is sent later. Okay. Now the problem over here is, if X will not send the money to Y, then what? Will Y come from USA to India and fight for this money? Does Y have that much time? So what does Y say? Y says that, see this, there are two ways out. Okay. One way out is, Y says this, in this case, look at this case. The credit arranged by the buyer, importer for a bank, from a bank outside India to settle the payment of imports is called as. So arrange the payment from India. Okay. Means from outside. What will this be called as? Let's say here, from outside means, let's say in USA only, there is the bank, Citibank. Now what will happen over here? Over here the things will be, see this, Y is doing what? Y wants to sell the goods, but Y is afraid that you X won't give him the payment, him or her the payment. Then what will Y say? Y will say, nothing doing. I want cash. I want cash. Without cash, I won't work. So what do I do then? What will X do? X doesn't have the money. X is a Indian person. So X doesn't have the money. In that case, what happens? X talks with Citibank. Here, X might be a big party over here. Here, it can happen that X will also have the money. But why to part with the money if you are getting it on credit? So what will X do? X will arrange a bank in foreign, that is Citibank, let's say. This is an example, Citibank. And then X will have a local bank also, SBI. X will have a tie-up with local bank also, SBI, right? So what will happen over here? X will have a tie-up with SBI. So what will X tell SBI? See, Citibank, first X will speak with Citibank and tell Citibank that, see, this Mr. Y, Mr. Mrs. Y wants immediate cash. So you give him the cash. Okay? Give the cash to Mr. Y. Now what happens? X will say what? X give the cash, but Citibank will say, what about my money? So X will talk to SBI and tell SBI that, see here, after 60 days, means I can give you the payment after 60 days. So after 60 days, now this line is gone because this money is received from Citibank, right? So this is over here. So after 60 days, X will tell SBI that, see, I will pay you. Okay, after 60 days, you pay to Citibank along with interest, because Citibank is after all a bank, it will give a loan. So Citibank will give a loan. So this interest, SBI will pay principal plus interest. And similarly, X will pay principal plus interest, both the things over here. SBI won't pay from its pocket, right? So this arrangement where the buyer arranges for this foreign bank, Citibank, okay, that is known as what? That is a question. This much was the explanation for it. Otherwise, the answer was very simple. I could have given it in 2 seconds, isn't it? So, what is it? Now, what is the answer? Now tell me. It is buyer's credit. This answer is known as buyer's credit. Remember, whenever a credit is arranged by the buyer from a bank outside India to settle the payment of imports, it is called as buyer's credit. Okay? Got it? This name is very important. There are various terms and conditions attached to this buyer's credit. Okay, how many years it is there? 3 years for this current goods. Okay, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. There are various criteria. Even amounts also, $20 million. Various criteria are there. We won't fall into that right now. Okay, because those take a huge time. Okay. Next, which of the following is not correct regarding the Asian Currency Clearing Union settlements? What is this ACU? What is this ACU? Asian Clearing Union. What is this ACU? Everyone? Just type fast in the comment section. Do you know this ACU? Have you heard about this ACU? Everyone, have you heard about it? Yeah. Anyone has heard about this? Just type yes or no. And if you know it, give me the meaning of this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How many of you are writing this? Yeah. Yeah. So it is Asian currency here. This Asian currency unit, it was established in December 74. It was an initiative of United Nations Economics and Social Commissions of Asia and Pacific. Blah blah blah. It's a long thing. Okay. So what does it do actually? What does it do? The primary objective of ACU at times of its establishment was to secure regional cooperation regarding the clearing of eligible monetary transactions among the members, okay, of the union, to provide a system for clearing payments among the member countries. So all the countries within this ACU, which are those countries? There are various countries. Okay, it includes India also. Asia. Okay, Asian, that is known as Asia. It includes India also. So name itself it says, isn't it? So we have ACU dollar over here, ACU euro over here, and ACU yen over here. There are three types of currencies in ACU. Okay. So these Asian monetary units, we call it, it is denominated in dollar, this euro or yen. Okay, and the value is equivalent to the normal dollars. Here, Asian ACU dollar is not different than $1. Same dollar currency. ACU euro is same as other euros also. Okay. So now, as you know now, I have a lot of explanation about this. So, which of the following is not correct regarding this? There are 9 countries in ACU. The last country to join ACU was Myanmar with effect from 2010. So, is this the right one? Not correct. We want the wrong one now. Huh? Remember, wrong one. So, Myanmar joined in 2010 or what? Anyone? Anyone knows? Next one. Settlements takes place through ACU dollar or ACU euro, or even I would say yen also now. ACU yen is also included. ACU yen. Okay. So settlement takes place through ACU dollar or ACU euro or ACU yen. A separate dollar or euro account is required to be opened to distinguish ACU. Separate dollar or euro account means we have separate account called as ACU dollar account. We have it in your banks. Okay. Now, if you want, you all are in nationalized banks. Kindly check in your bank whether you have some account name with ACU dollar. If you have the facility of checking with the name, you can check it with in your bank also whether you have some account called as ACU dollar or ACU euro or ACU yen. Mainly check it for dollar. Yen transactions are lesser, but dollar transactions will be huge. Have you checked? Anyone has checked this? Kindly type yes in the comment section if you have checked it. Right? You have, yes. So, which is the wrong one over here? See here, the wrong one over here is this B. The last country to join ACU was Myanmar in 2010. That is wrong. Okay. Myanmar had joined this long back in 1977. Okay. Last country to join was Maldives in 2009. Okay. That was the last country. So Maldives had joined in 2009. So this is the wrong answer. Got it? Export declaration form is not required to be submitted by value if the value of the consignment, export consignment, is up to USD 1 lakh, up to USD 50,000, up to USD 25,000, up to USD 10,000. So EDF is not required to be submitted by the exporter if the value of the export consignment is. So value of the export consignment is what? What do you mean by this EDF? See here, one thing you understand, EDF means what? EDF is export declaration form, means what? See here, whenever you are doing any export, there are two types of forms which are required. One is EDF, export declaration form, and second is Softex. Softex, okay, Softex. Okay. Softex means what? Software. It is for software. Name itself it says, right? Softex, software. Okay. So software. So now in this case, EDF means what? Any export which is not a software. Which is not a software. It can be any service also. It can be any physical goods also. It can be anything. Oil. Anything. Everywhere EDF is required. But Softex is used for only software, and not only software but software related. It is called as ITES. What is ITES? Suppose if I am doing a call center job. Okay. I am supporting a call center. What is a call center? Let's say there is a Citibank in USA or this HSBC Bank in USA. So they have a call center for their customers. Now those customers, those call centers are handled in India. Why? Because cost, cheap labor. So the call centers over here will handle these transactions. So once this handles this transaction, it is what? It is after all IT related. It goes through online IT only. So it is called as ITES. So that is also handled through Softex. EDF means what? Other than these two, anything else which I handle will be done through EDF. Okay. But the question is, EDF is not required to be submitted by the exporter if the value of the export consignment is. So what should be the value of that export consignment? Below which I need not submit the EDF. Where is this EDF submitted? This EDF is submitted to the where? Who gives this? And it is submitted to whom? See here, the EDF is given by Customs House. Customs House, remember, Customs House. Whenever I do the exports, on the port itself, there is a Customs House. Or on the airport, there is a Customs House. Right? Wherever there is a border area, from where you can leave outside, there is always a Customs House. So, I'll have to declare this, whatever I'm exporting in this EDF. And this Customs House will give me an EDF in. It will give me a duplicate. So that EDF will be submitted by me to the banks. Okay, to the banks means we call it ADs. So this up to 25,000, this EDF is not required to be submitted if the value of the consignment is less than USD 25,000. Okay, up to 25,000. Less than means not less than 25,000. It is 25,000 also. If it is 25,001, then EDF is required. Clear concept? Everyone subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting the latest updates on JIB and CAIIB, number 1. Number 2, you will be getting free YouTube series on all the subjects of JIB and CAIIB. So that's why subscribe to it right now. Okay. Form ETX is used by, what is ETX? ETX is known as extension. Okay, extension form. It is used by what? ETX is used by whom? Okay, let's see the options again. ETX is used by whom? Yeah, it is used by, let's see, AD when they extend the time period of pre-shipment loans. AD when the post-shipment loan is written off. Exporter while seeking the extension of time for realization of export bill. Exporter for seeking extension of time for extending the period of pre-shipment loans. So ETX is given by whom? ETX is always given by the exporter. Always, always, always. And when? It is not for pre-shipment and post-shipment loans. It is for extension of the realization of the export bill. So if I have to extend, means what? What do you mean by this? Suppose if I am sending some goods outside, okay, and what happens when I send the goods outside? I need to get the payment. So if the payment is not received in the due time, then RBI will ask me. If I am the exporter, where is the payment? You have sent the goods. You have utilized our resources from India, but where is the payment? So when I don't get the payment, I'll have to submit a ETX form to RBI. Okay, to RBI means I'll submit it through the bank only. I'll submit it to the bank, and from there it will go to the RBI. So that is known as ETX form. That is always submitted by the customer or exporter. Okay, while seeking the extension for realization of export bill. Okay. Everyone download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app, you'll be getting the premium study material plus live classes, ebooks, tests, everything. Whatever you need for clearing JIB and CAIIB, you'll be getting it over here. So that's why download it right now. Okay. You get live classes, you get ebooks, you get tests. What all is required next? That much is enough. Okay. Okay. Next question. A credit directly extended to the overseas supplier of goods by the overseas supplier of goods to the importer is called as. Now this is the same question as the first one, but slight difference. What is the difference? Let's say, see this. This is Y. This was the seller over there. This is X, buyer from India. Okay. At that time, what happened? Y said that nothing doing. I want cash. But here Y is a bit lenient. Y is okay. If you are giving me after 60 days, what you do? You just don't give me the guarantee. Tell your bank. Let's say this is SBI. Okay. Y will tell this guy, okay, that You give me a bill of exchange. Okay, why? You give me a bill of exchange. Acceptance. Accepted bill of exchange. Accepted BOE. Okay, you give me an accepted BOE. And from this accepted BOE, on this accepted BOE, you give me the stamp of your bank also. Your bank also. So both of you are accepting it. So SBI will also accept it. That what will SBI say in that case? SBI will say that if X does not pay in 60 days, then I will pay you in 60 days. Or specifically SBI will say that forget X, I will pay you in 60 days. Get it from my side, supplier's credit. Get it from my side directly. Forget X. I'll take money from X, that's a separate issue of mine. I will pay you. So when such acceptance is given, this is also known as availization. AVAI. Avail. AVAILI. SATION. Availization. Okay. Availization. Okay. So this is known as what? Whenever there are two acceptances, one from the bank also and one from the customer also, that is known as supplier's credit. Okay. This is known as, always remember, that is a supplier's credit. And what was the earlier one? Buyer's credit. In buyer's credit, what happened? Why I required the cash? Nothing doing. No acceptance from SBI. I don't care SBI. I want cash. So in that case, SBI will contact Citibank. Then Citibank will pay cash immediately, right? And SBI will pay after the due date. We have seen this, right? Next one. No person in India can import or export unless he or she has obtained the following. What is required? Import export code number from DGFT, authorization for DGFT, authorization from RBI, import export code number from RBI. So what is the right answer? Who can do the exports or imports in India? Who can do it? Anyone who wants to do the export or import in India will strictly require one code. That code is known as IEC code, import export code. This import export code is given by whom? So now the option is simple. Here B is out and C is out. Now the option is only A and D. So import export code number from DGFT or import export code number from RBI. Who gives this? Import export code number is always given by DGFT. What is DGFT? DGFT means Directorate General. See this, I'll write the full form. Directorate. It's not director. Directorate General of Foreign Trade. Okay, Directorate General of Foreign Trade. Okay, that is known as DGFT. Got it, everyone? Clear? Yeah. Okay. Next one. The supplier's credit extended by the overseas supplier for a period for more than 3 years is termed as. Now see here, all the three questions are similar. First one buyers, then second suppliers, and this one also. So what is the difference? See this, there is a slight difference, but it carries huge marks. Okay, supplier's credit extended by the overseas supplier for a period of more than 3 years is known as what? Buyer's credit, supplier's credit, trade credit, and external commercial borrowing. So it is known as, always remember, your buyer's credit and supplier's credit, just now which we saw, PC, and supplier's credit, SC, are always up to 3 years. Up to 3 years. Okay, 3 years. Beyond 3 years, it is always called as ECB, external commercial borrowing. Now this ECB is a separate chapter for you in your BFM, big chapter and quite difficult one. Okay, so this big chapter ECB, you will have it in BFM. That's why I'm saying join the batches, because things are not that simple. See here, fresh batch is starting from September 4th. Fresh batch. Join this batch ASAP, Sankalp batch, ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL, everything you are getting. So join this batch ASAP. You can join the Mahapack also. In Mahapack, what are you getting? You are getting multiple batches, live classes, video courses, ebooks, test series, mini and maha marathons, practice papers, doubt sessions, everything you are getting. So join it ASAP, and there are huge discounts going on. What are the discounts? Let's see that. Okay, let me show you those also. Hold on. Let's go to Adda 24/7 live. In fact, I would suggest you can go through the app. In the app, what happens? You get multiple coin systems. In the coin systems, what happens? In the coin systems, you get extra 1%. If you go on collecting the coins, you get 1% extra. Okay. So go to Adda 24/7. See this. Okay. Here you'll see, click on JIB and CIB. Look at this. Just go to JIB and CIB. Click on this. JIB and CIB. Okay. Now click on CAIIB November 23. Now you'll see this Sankalp batch. This Sankalp batch. Click on this. Okay. Now you see this 300 hours of online live classes, 59 test series, 65 ebooks. Now do you want to see this? See this. Click on test series. See these test series. CAIIB ABFM topic wise tests. Topic wise you are having the test. CAIIB Advanced Business and Financial Management ABFM. Again ABM topic wise. Paper 2 online test series. Then BRBL. Right? Again you are having the test. Here you are having the test on all the subject. BFM you are having the subject. Okay? You are having the test over here. Similarly you are having ebooks. These ebooks. Look at this. BRBL, BFM, ABFM and ABM. All the 4 compulsory subjects you are having the ebooks. Now you want to see them in details? Click on this. Now look at this. You are seeing module wise, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So module wise, chapter wise you are having the ebooks. Okay. These are locked. Once you buy it, you will see all. Right. So all these ebooks are available. These are module A. Similarly, you have module B also. Module B. Non-banking, financial sector, prevention of money laundering in negotiable instruments. So you are having everything. Just look at here. Just click on C. You are having it for C also. Okay. So similarly, ebooks. Now online live classes. Look at these classes. These batches. Okay. Sankalp CAIIB batch. This new batch which is starting from September 4th. That will also come over here. So that's why I would suggest join this ASAP. Okay. Join this, and in fact you'll get this. It's starting from September 4th, and use this code. Now the code going on right now. Let me show you. Okay, so let me show you how to join this. Okay, hold on. See here, click on buy now. Use the code moon77. Moon. Yesterday we had landed on moon, so that's why moon77. You'll get 77% off. 23,999 reduces to 5,519. Use discount. Join us up. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, keep studying, and bye from